Hey guys, TLC and LadyScorpion, and we are here helping out. One of our treasures is our neighborhood. Our neighbors are just the greatest neighbors you could ever have, and so that's our treasure of the day, is a great neighborhood and great street. We just have we really lucked out. So today our neighbor Carson, you want to say hi?
Hey.
That's our neighbor Carson, and he had gone on a mission last week, and he got home, and I don't know if you've ever gone camping and had that wonderful time to head out, and you got to just dump your tent right in the bag, and you just got to get loaded up and get on the road. So that's what Carson experienced, was it's not gonna fit, but we'll get it in the bag. So he got it in the bag and he got it home. We're gonna turn you guys around here. Ready? And we've all experienced that, where you get home and the tent just doesn't fit back in. So anytime you're on a camping trip and you get home from one of these trips, I'm going to turn you guys back around. You're going to want to make sure you set your tent up anyway, because you want to give it a chance to air out. And so a lot of times when we're camping, we don't have time to do the air out thing. So we're going to go ahead and set this tent up, and once we do, we're going to look it over and we're going to discuss how to put a tent away correctly when you have the time to do it. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Can I be held responsible when the wind calls out my name and I chase it through the reaches of my mind? Over hills and mountains, cross rivers deep and wide, I'll flip every stone that I find.
Something you're going to want to notice is the different size of tent stakes that you have. If you don't have the rules anymore on how to set a tent up, putting together the tent stakes is going to give you those answers. So just start by putting them all together and noting the different thicknesses and matching those up by size. Alright, so we got the tent all put up. That was sure easy. Oh wait, it was actually a very nicely designed tent. I'm very impressed with it. Did you tell us what brand it was, Carson?
It is a Coleman Mountain, I believe it is 8-person Mountain AP.
And by mountain you mean Montana?
Montana, that's exactly
nice, that's what I heard you say.
18 by 7.
Hey,
18
that's
by
where you
7?
find mountains is in Montana, right?
There you go. We'll go with that. Anyway, all right, we'll touch base after we get ready to put it down. All right, have a good one. We'll let it air out probably an hour at least, just to make sure it's good and dry. All right, later. Bye. Hey guys, all right, another one of those situations that comes up a lot is a lot of times you'll have something just not go right, whether it's a corner tab holding down the edge of your tent stake or it's your zipper on the zipper bag. And so when those break, we're just gonna walk you through a quick way to get those fixed up. You always want to have a pair of needle nose pliers with you. Those usually do the job. And so we're going to see how it goes. All right, so LadyScorpion is getting ready to fix this. You can see the zippers popped off one side. And here in the middle, we can see a little bit of the binding where it happened, where it just stretched. So we manipulated those teeth and kind of realigned those first. Still going to be a gentle spot, but once we have this tent rolled up, it shouldn't be that bad of a problem. So LadyScorpion's going to take the one end of the zipper housing. All you're going to do is widen that up just a little bit so that you can get it through the other zipper without damaging the other zippers. And sometimes you're going to also need a flathead screwdriver. So that's what we got. You want to get into that narrow gap between the two sides of it. And a little bit of help from your needle nose. And that'd be cool if there was a big white string. Perfect. And you're just going to stretch that just a bit. We're going to go just a little bit more. And while it may take a little while to get it done, definitely worth the effort. All right, guys, we're getting ready for the fun part. The first part's always done exactly right. You're gonna drop the poles. You're gonna make the tent flat. The trick we do though is we make sure that we leave all the windows in the tent open during takedown. That'll help take out a lot of the air from it, make it easier to roll up nice and tight. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. Drop the tent, take out all the poles, stack them all back up. We're gonna leave the tent stakes in the bottom. If you've put all of your tent stakes in, which you typically should while you're camping, you're going to leave at least the corner ones in for the first drop down. And then we'll show you when we're going to take those out. All right, later. Times the tent stake will go across there. So the tent stakes will go 1, 2, and 3. So that tells us that we want to fold the tent into thirds. With this side or this side? We're going to start with this side. So we're going to grab it right to that third marker in our hand. Fold it straight over on top of itself. Bring that clip right out to the edge on the top. There you go. And we're going to pull it straight to each other. Pull. Nice. Alright. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other end. Now this should bring us right over to that first clip. I think that looks pretty good. You guys done look good?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Alright. So we're going to start on one end. If the ground is damp, I like to have a towel with me at this time. The ground does not seem damp. The canvas of the tent seems really nice and dry. And so, what I do is I start here with a half flip in. It's going to pop out when we're done, but that's okay. I'm going to take the tent stakes up to this end. So we're all set for the roll. Except for one thing. 90% of the time, we're going to forget to do this. You're going to be all done and you're going to go, where's the fly? Oh, son of a gun. You got to unroll the whole thing and do it all over again. All right, so we're going to tie up these ropes. We're going to start at the top. We're going to keep our hands spread. We're going to wrap them around until we get to the end of the rope. And when we do, we're going to take one of the ropes, twist it, grab it, and pull it tight. And that's how we do that. I've seen other people start at this end and keep that tab out. And then the little tab on your fly that's going to loosen up, you can take all that string and stick it right through there and tighten it down. Whatever you want to do just to make the ropes stay bound up like they're supposed to be. And something else that you noticed that I did not. This is your little doormat?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Don't want to forget that either. Nice job. That was horrible. So we're going to start making sure it's really, really tight. And to save us from, one second, save us from later, we did the math in our head. Doesn't mean we were right. Let's make sure it fits in the bag. Pretty good. They should work. All right, go ahead. So this end already has a reinforced bottom. So that's the end you want to shove this into. That way you're not messing with the zipper too bad. Nice. Now I believe we have little temp sticks over there still that we can put in here. Closed. And that's how it goes.
Perfect and ready to go for the next adventure.
Alright guys, so that was how to put a tent back in the original bag. I hope you had as much fun as we did on this humid Ohio day. And hopefully next time you're doing it, you can find a place where the flies don't like to live either. So anyway, we had a great time. Thanks a lot for joining us. We really hope you like and subscribe. And we'll see you on our next adventure. Thanks a lot, Carson. This was fun.
No problem.
Bye.
Calls to me like a mother to her child at supper time. It blooms from every tree in early spring. Can I be held responsible when the wind calls out my name? I don't write the song that nature sings.